Hi. Um, I wanted to make this little video as kind of a challenge, maybe a imploring, maybe a petition, whatever you want to call it, for the folks in the South and elsewhere that are being find it insulting or offensive that satanic groups are helping their communities, helping the homeless, the poor, women who cannot afford feminine hygiene products. Basically being inclusive and trying to offer assistance to those in need. I've noticed that a lot of the folks that are taking issue with this are of the devout Christian variety. Um, in case it was ever a question or unclear, that sort of behavior is what put two planes in the World Trade Center. That religious, devout fanaticism to the point that any other viewpoint than your own is considered heretical and worthy of death. The Satanic Temple, various left-hand path or magical or occult organizations, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them are showing up now offering assistance to people that help it, or the people that need it, I'm sorry. It troubles me that most of the folks who are against this sort of behavior from that sort of people, from my sort of people, are members of a religion, or claim to be, that the main point of the whole thing is compassion, kindness, loving others. That's the whole point. The whole point of your religion is love, is help, is acceptance. Love the sinner, hate the sin. That's something that a lot of people don't practice. If you're offended by alternative religions to your own, offering shelter and food and clothing and necessities of life to those that cannot afford it, simply by showing, they're showing them compassion, I challenge you to show some of that compassion yourself. Otherwise, I think you should probably stop claiming that religion, claiming to be a patriot or whatever it is that you want to tout, and then back up with the fire and brimstone from the hell that you imagine. It doesn't hurt to be compassionate. It doesn't hurt to care. It doesn't hurt to accept. I ask you, beseech you, implore you, whatever you want to say, to just have some compassion for a change. Empathize, sympathize instead of ostracize. That divisive, aggressive, I don't want to use a little pundit byword, but that hate mongering is the exact same behavior that you claim comes from the Muslims that have declared a holy war on this country, or seem to have. If you don't want to continue that behavior, change it. If it is offensive to you that other folks are showing compassion, there's no hope for you. There's no hope for this country or this world if compassion is offensive. Instead, just show some of the compassion yourself. Show some of the compassion of the Christ that you claim to love, that you claim saved all of us from sin. Because if that is true and we're all exonerated, what do you care who does what? If you are living your best life, showing the compassion that you are according, your quote unquote God-given compassion, there shouldn't be a problem. Instead, there's the focus on the titles and the differences instead of the similarities. Satanists aren't necessarily bad people. If folks would take the time to learn about why someone believes what they believe and what it is that they believe, I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would. The news tells you what to believe. Turn the TV off, turn the news off. Go look up, seek out this information for yourself. Because if you actually did the diligence and learn why people believe what it is that they believe, I think you might find some things that you agree with and some things that maybe you don't. But if you're concerned about, well, I'll put it this way. If you're concerned with the evil, nasty Satanists creeping up and stealing souls, maybe you should have done a better job of saving those souls, of helping them, giving them the compassion that they need, giving them the love and help that they need. Because if God and Satan truly do exist, I don't think you're doing their work. Your gods anyway. Being outraged at differences, being outraged because someone is compassionate toward people that you are supposed to be compassionate for, that we're all supposed to be compassionate for, it's a betrayal of everything you claim to stand for. And that's your fault.